Recorded Books Incorporated presents an unabridged recording of Johnny Tremain by Esther Forbes, narrated by George Guidell. This work, copyrighted 1943 by Esther Forbes Hoskins, renewed 1971 by Linwood M. Erskine, Jr., executor of the estate of Esther Forbes Hoskins, is recorded by arrangement with the American Antiquarian Society. This recording is copyrighted 1994 by Recorded Books Incorporated. The year is 1774. In Boston, Massachusetts, there are some who feel the time has come to do something about the constraints imposed on the colonies by the English king. Many citizens of the town, John Hancock, John and Samuel Adams, and others, are members of the semi-secret Sons of Liberty, citizens who are not afraid to take matters of government into their own hands. For Johnny Tremain, a 16-year-old silversmith's apprentice, it's an exciting time to be alive. And now, Johnny Tremain.
Chapter 1. Up and About. On rocky islands, gulls woke. Time to be about their business. Silently they floated in on the town, but when their icy eyes sighted the first dead fish, first bits of garbage about the ships and wharves, they began to scream and quarrel. The cocks in Boston backyards had long before cried the coming of day. Now the hens were also awake, scratching, clucking, laying eggs. Cats in malt-houses, granaries, ship-holds, mansions, and hovels caught a last mouse, settled down to wash their fur and sleep. Cats didn't work by day. In stables, horses shook their halters and whinnied. In barns, cows lowed to be milked. Boston slowly opened its eyes, stretched, and woke. The sun struck in horizontally from the east, flashing upon weather vanes, brass cocks and arrows, here a glass-eyed Indian, there a copper grasshopper. And the bells in the steeples cling-clanged, telling the people it was time to be up and about. In hundreds of houses, sleepy women woke sleepier children. "Get up and to work. Ephraim, get to the pump, fetch mother water. Anne, get to the barn, milk the cow, and drive her to the common. Start the fire, Silas. Put on a clean shirt, James. Dolly, if you aren't up before I count 10. And so, in a crooked little house at the head of Hancock's Wharf on crowded Fish Street, Mrs. Lapham stood at the foot of a ladder leading to the attic, where her father-in-law's apprentices slept. These boys were luckier than most apprentices. Their master was too feeble to climb ladders, the middle-aged mistress too stout. It was only her bellows that could penetrate to their quarters, not her heavy hands. "Boys?" No answer. "Dove?" "Coming, ma'am." Dove turned over for one more snooze. Frustrated, she shook the ladder she was too heavy to climb. She wished she could shake them limbs of Satan. "Dusty Miller, let me hear your voice." "Here it is," piped Dusty pertly. Her voice changed to pleading. "Johnny, you get them two lazy lug-a-beds up. Get them down here. You pull that worthless Dove right out of bed. You give Dusty a kick for me. I'm waiting for him to fetch fresh water so as I can get on with breakfast." Johnny Tremain was on his feet. He didn't bother to answer his mistress. He turned to the fat, pale, almost white-haired boy still wallowing in bed. "Hear that, Dove?" "Oh, you leave me lay, can't you?" Grumbling, he swung his legs out of the bed the three boys shared. Johnny was already in his leather breeches, pulling on his coarse shirt, tucking in the tails. He was a rather skinny boy, neither large nor small for 14. He had a thin, sleep-flushed.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.